So hello, tonight I'm gonna explain you guys about the doing some extreme sports. So extreme sports is a sport that is quite challenging and dangerous and requires guys are brave enough. The extreme sports is mostly preferred by young people. Skateboard are also included in category extreme sport because that is in demand by the free-spirited young people and love a challenge because they are able to play skateboard, channel expression and lifestyle, as well as being the freedom and creativity. They become their own satisfaction. Extreme sports adrenaline not only can but also provide health benefits that are not small. Weight when under stress, for example, doing extreme sport can be a solution. It might be. Um, there are some common characteristics that differentiate extreme sport to other sport in general. Although that not exclusive to young people, but extreme sport tend to be done by those aged 15 to 45 years. Of this age criterion depends on the type of extreme sport performed as well as the health of the spirit or corporate. Um, Another distinctive feature is extreme sport is not practiced in a sporting activity at school, and they tend to be done individually rather than in groups. In addition, those who do extreme sport usually get specified guidance in advance of the export who had the experience before doing the so. Extreme sports also has an own peculiarities. If other sport emphasize a competition by a competitions, the extreme sport focus on conquering fear ourselves and how we can face the challenge of nature. So the environment variables that are unpredictable, such as the weather and the trend related, including altitude, wind, water, snow, and extreme terrain. Be part of the challenge that must be conquer extreme sport enthusiasts because natural phenomena cannot be controlled. Mental red lines and skill have a very big influence in extreme sport. Here's sport that can be classified as extremes. Just does not seem so. There's who are used because they have become so almost every day. I give you what's like the example about the extreme kind of extreme sports. The first, there is a mountain biking. Mountain biking is a sport riding bicycle off road, often over rough terrain using specially designed mountain bikes. Mountain bikes is almost the same as the other bikes, but incorporate features designed to enhance durability and performance in rough terrain. So, second, there is a volcano boarding. Living for Nicaragua of a mountain in Central America, the only place in the world where you can throw yourself down from the active volcano. Oh, it's weird. Slide down from a height of about 2038 feet with a wooden plank, specially uh, designed to reach speed up to 50 mph, and all the time knowing that the volcano is still young and has erupted two times to death, you know. And then the third, that is speed riding or speed flying. So this speed riding, also known as a speed flying, is an extreme sport that involves a combination of paragliding and skiing skills. This is a relatively new sport that is growing rapidly and getting a lot of attention. So, dangers of riding speed, because the category of extreme sport lies in the fact that it may feel safe than they really are. While being able to fly, feel above the ground at a high speed with the intense adrenaline. The idea behind this is a winter sport that, whilst skiing You can take the position in the air where the condition permit and then land it again when it close to the shore. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3, and it's the fourth. There is a cliff diving. Added a new dimension to the sport of diving. Cliff diving is defined as the acrobatic perfection of diving into water from high cliff, challenging the rough rocks. The diver plunge from the hard hit into the water. Activity has involved into a sport that is marked with a great courage, focus, thrill, and to risk. Yeah, that, to risk. Oh, there is a slide climbing. Slide climbing, it's practice and a balance that typically use nylon or polyester or webbing tension between two anchor points. Land tension can be adjusted to suit the user and different type of webbing can use to achieve various accomplishments. The land itself is usually flat due to the nature of webbing, thus keeping it from rolling foundation. As is becoming the case is an ordinary rope, the dynamic nature of the line allows for the tricks and stunts. It's dangerous. Oh. The other one next there's a rock climbing. Rock climbing is a sport that demands physical and mental, one of which tests the strength of the climber's endurance, agility, balance, along with the mental control. This can be dangerous sport and knowledge of proper climbing techniques and usage of specialist climbing equipment is crucial for the safe completion of routes. Due to the wide range and a variety of rock formations around the world, rock climbing has been separated into several different styles and sub-disciplines. Next, there is a wingsuit fly. Wingsuit flying is a sport flight through the air using a special jumpsuit called a wingsuit, which at a surface area that the human body enable a significant increase in the air. So, a wingsuit flight usually ends with a parachute opening, so that the wingsuit can be flown from any other point that provides sufficient altitude to glide through the air. So, such as skydiving aircraft or base jump and allows the parachute to work. Yep, that's it. Next, there is a big wave surfing. Big wave surfing is the most popular extreme sport in the world, and it's test of agility and the timing. Discipline within surfing in which experienced surfer paddle or moving the wave was the last 20 feet. It's like 6.2 meters or more. Size needed to successfully surf that wave varies in a wave surfer and technique used to achieve these waves. A larger board, longer load to rider to paddle fast enough to catch a wave and has the advantage of being more stable. But it also limits maneuverability and service speed. Next, there is a bungee jumping. This extreme sport involves jumping from the structure while connected to a large elastic cord. Tall structure is usually fixed objects, such as a bridge, building, or cranes. Bungee jumping continue to grow the popularity and is now regarded as one of the easiest extreme sport because of its level of skills, vibration originating from free fall and rebound. When a person jumps, the cable stretches and the jumper flies upwards again the opposite, and continue to escalate up and down until all the energy are normal. Warning of those who are doing extreme sport. First, consider the risks and selecting activities to be carried out. Also, consider the risk that could fall while you're doing extreme sport. Remember, loved ones are waiting for you at homes. Maybe your girlfriends, your family. Yeah. Second, there's a first health check. Make sure you visit your doctor to determine your physical red lines. Doing extra sport that will be done. If indeed you're not physically ready, is it better to postpone that freaking plan? Maybe. And third, choose the right time. Plan carefully the right time to do extreme sports when the office is often late or a lot of work piling up. The certainly not the ideal time. Um, I give you some example. So, like, just one example for extreme sport. It's like gliding. It's this is the most interested uh, subject that I want to tell you about this. So slack climbing is a practice and a balance that typically use a nylon and polyester webbing tension between the two anchor points. Line tension can be adjusted to suit the user. The different types of webbing can be used to achieve various accomplishments. The line itself usually flat due to the natural webbing, thus keeping in the from rolling foundation, as in becoming the case in the ordinary rope. The dynamic nature of the lines allow for the tricks and stunt. So sliding, including hobbies, are very challenging and demanding high concentration. It is sports slide climbing. Players are required to walk on the rope, measuring 1 inch nylon webbing attached to either side of the falling stakes. Nylon strap webbing strap itself commonly used in the sport of rock climbing. In the 80s, Adam and Jeff Ellington Groski of California do slide climbing as a test game balls. They think that this sport is a very challenging and adrenaline. It started from the hobby of rock climbing that often they do. Then Adam and Jeff accidentally put a rope on either side of a cliff that has been their rock. Crazy idea that came at once and make them more curious as a result. They launched madness by walking to the rope. It's crazy, you know. Slack climbing exercise you can do anywhere. You do not have to down a step cliff or down a waterfall malignancy. Enough rope to tie it and to a side of the stake point can be anything around you, for example trees, flagpoles and others. Furthermore, you also do not need to tie the rope too high. So adjust the strap and adjust the height of your ability. Risk exercise and benefit extreme, Actually, it's like a permanent disability that benefit life satisfaction for people doing this slack gliding. Yeah. The activity wanted to show slack gliding, not extreme sport, such a wild belief. Many people think that risk of serious injury sport to life threatening. Really. With parental supervision, 4-year-old boy climbing rope can be invited to teach concentration early on. There are no restrictions to play a slack line, except those who had a broken leg because of the body down to the waist will be a lot of work and pressure. However, all the other limbs also working to strike a balance. Currently, conducting in Indonesia is still introductory level. To inform the public that the slack lines is beneficial and safe activities. Slack line they hope to be accepted as a such sport abroad. Even competed in the World Championship in 2008 in Scotland. We talk about that pro, but the other side and the contra, cycling the sport which life is threatening because we are standing on the ropes and our body just tied with the belts and some not, which will because the death of our peak, and if that does not exist, then broken tongue will critically hit us. But harm also makes people who see the sport as a children who are not supervised barrel wood in the higher place, so we'll be as they have in the top of the mountain. So thank you for giving me this for this time. Thank you so much. Hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. Hope you guys enjoy what I'm talking about. So if there's one a mistake, that's my bad, because I'm just human. I'm a normal human. I know sometimes I do mistakes. So thank you for watching me. Hope you guys enjoy and have a good night. Bye. Sawadee kap.